Hello everyone, my name is Brian, and today I'm going to be doing a trailer reaction to My Name is Khan. So this is a request. I do a request. If you have a request, please leave it in the comments below. Please leave a link, and please make sure it's sub or dub so that I follow along. So I don't know much about it. I did kind of read up on it a little bit, which is something I didn't want to do. Actually, I was trying to look for the image and just happened to read it. Apparently, takes place after 9/11, but it's not based on a true story, but it's based on a group of people who have been mistreated. Ooh, there's an Apple logo there. So alright, I don't, other than that, I try not to read too much, and that's what I hate whenever I look up the stuff. I end up reading it and ends up probably going to spoil a lot of it, and I might not be reactive necessarily to it. So let's go ahead and get started. Give it a shot.
किस्म के इंसान हैं। अच्छे इंसान जो अच्छा काम करते हैं और बुरे जो बुरा।
Well, I think there's a little bit more, but I get the idea.
इंसानों में और कोई नहीं।
मेरा नाम रिजवान खान है। खान हो सकता है आप लोगों को मैं थोड़ा सा अलग लगूं। इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि मैं पागल हूं। मैं बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हूं। कोई नहीं बता पाया कि मेरे ऐसे होने की वजह क्या है, लेकिन तुम्हें ये जानने की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ी। मैंने अम्मी को दिया वादा पूरा कर लिया। अपने लिए एक खुशहाल जिंदगी बना ली मैंने। मैं जानता था कि 9/11 में मरे अनगिनत मासूमों की मौत की कीमत पूरी इंसानियत को चुकानी होगी। Go right now! Go down!
Would you come with me, sir?
Oh.
Why are you going to Washington, D.C.?
I have something to say to the President of the United States.
Oh jeez, did he literally walk all the way over there?
तुम्हें छोड़ के निकला। मैं जानता हूँ कि प्रेसिडेंट साहब से मिले बगैर वापस नहीं आ सकता। इस बार भी पूरी कोशिश करूँगा कि उनसे मिलूं और तुम फिर से मुझसे मोहब्बत करने लगोगी।
Love him again. What did... Oh. Was she in the White House?
My name is Khan, and I'm not a terrorist.
Alright, so let's go over the trailer. I'm trying to remember everything that was said. Let's see, let's go over. So he basically has special needs. I believe it was Asperger's disease. I'm not sure. It didn't say it in the trailer, but from what I read, I clearly, if I didn't read it, I would not know. But there is obviously something wrong. He seems like a. I don't think it's Asperger's actually. It seems more like a. What do you call it? Autism. It seems like it. But there are people out there who have these kind of special needs, but it's not always necessarily a negative. It's they become super geniuses in very specific fields. It's really remarkable. I guess the I don't know how to explain this, but there are it's really it's sad, I suppose, that there has to be a negative to have such a positive, meaning that they have to have this disease that hinders their social life to have such a remarkable intelligence. Yeah, remarkable intelligence, and it's kind of sucks. There's I guess that's just the way life is, you know. You got to take the good with the bad. Um, Most people obviously want to live a normal life, an unremarkable life. Most people, it's because they generally just want to fit into the crowd and don't really want to be special. I'm kind of the same way. I I mean, I'm not out there to try to make a spectacle of myself or anything like that. Obviously, we all want to do good and make the world a better place. And she's oversimplifying, obviously. And there's a general message. Obviously, there's two kinds of people in the world. That's always a very famous saying. There's the people who step out in the world, who come out running, and those who walk or something. You know, it just basically there's a general idea. What she's basically trying to say. People who, good people who do good deeds, and bad people who do bad deeds. Oversimplified, but you get the message. You understand the message out there. Another. Yeah, so this is special challenges, special needs is basically what we say. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. Oops. You believe that if you do good deeds, no one could tell why I was the way I was. No one? I'd find that a little. I'm sure they could determine what was wrong with him, right? No one could tell. No one could tell why I was the way I was. Maybe not in terms of the special needs, but the way he acts, I suppose. I like the fact that she waves. He turns around and like, oh, you're talking to me. Although it kind of, I wish this person didn't walk in front because I would have loved to see this entire expression. So let's take a look at it again. Oh wait, go back a little bit further. It's like they kind of ruined it. Well, not they ruined it, but the woman walking in front kind of ruined. You miss some of his acting in terms of him just looking away. I mean, there's not, don't get me wrong, there's not much that you miss, but still, you want to see everything about him when he turns and looks back. And that woman walking in front, regardless, that person walking in front of the camera just, it kind of interrupts it, you know, that moment of him looking back and then looking back and then looking back forward. It kind of took it out for me, but I still got the point, and it's still freaking hilarious. I love that. I love that. That would have been me too. I'd be like, oh, I'm like, what? Is there someone back here? All right, let's keep going. I fulfilled my promise to Ami, mother. I would have not known that's. I don't know whether they did a literal translation of how the word is pronounced, Ami, and then it literally transfers to mother. So basically, it could have said that I fulfilled my promise to mother, but instead they put Ami as in the how you pronounce the word itself. I made a happy life for myself. Well, that's really good. I wonder kind of what he does in this story. So that day. I'm wondering too if they are considered to be like, is he in America? And yeah, he had to be in America. But I'm wondering if he's an American citizen or a legal citizen. He would have to be at least one of those two. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm not sure what happened around the world. I do know that during and after the 9/11 incident, America was the most united it's ever been. I don't know if that meant for everyone, but in at least the areas that I lived, there was definitely, I did not personally see myself if anyone was left out of it. I'm sure there were in other parts of the US, which would have been a terrible thing. Well, I mean, you know, when you've lost someone, like especially if one of your loved ones is on that plane and they got killed, it's gonna affect you. You're gonna be very emotional. And the sad truth about it is that bad people will hide, they'll disguise themselves as good people, and you really don't know. And that's, I don't say the sad truth, but it is the truth, you know, and it sucks. I wonder where in the world this was at, or where was that posted. I need a. That entire humanity would have to pay the price for the innocent. Well, I don't think necessarily the entire humanity. Maybe he was talking along the lines of the Muslim community in America, or maybe in the Middle Eastern, or both. Or maybe he's talking about maybe his family, but I think he's talking more, a bit more grander than just his family and himself. And I'm sure this has happened, but I just don't know, you know. I don't ever generally want to speculate too much, especially something that needs to be factual. But this is a not according to what I've read, which is very little. I'll try not to read too much, but this is basically just a false story, but it plays on the realities that could have happened, and I'm sure has happened in America. Let's see. So here, I don't know. I guess that since he could not fly to Washington D.C., I guess he had to travel by land. And well, we don't, since this again this is a false movie, not real, not based in reality. I'm wondering if the president in this movie is the same president we had at the time, or whether it was just a different kind of president. Repair almost anything. Was that him pushing his own? So right here where he got freaking knocked in the head. That's the one thing I will say in America is the fact that if you go to about any other country, if they don't say anything, you can almost assume they're Americans because America is so diverse. The country itself, not necessarily the continent. A famous, not a famous saying, but a saying that I've had with my friends is that America is kind of like the it's almost like a test subject of the world, a test bed of the world, where we're seeing if many different cultures and ethnicities can work together. Bonneville something high school Reebok. Ah, junior high school. So it looks like his friends are actually trying to help him out, but the high school, junior high. So yeah, the high schoolers are messing with him, and he's trying to hold them back. I didn't see that part. So they're probably being Paris almost. Oh, oh. Okay, so that's his sign. That's his sign. Okay, I thought it was a sign for like a shop or something. So basically, I guess I don't know, did he not have enough money or something, and that's the reason why he's doing kind of odd jobs to get to his destination? What is this place? And that's ooh, ooh. And that's kind of one thing is the fact that just looking at this, you see that when people need help and you help them out, you prove to the world that of who you are, basically. There's a saying that action speaks louder than words. I know generally in just in the competitive scene in general, like the stereotype of like new people joining with a group, they kind of give the new person crap because he has not earned their trust, you know. And if the new person can put up with the crap and still show that he's good, he will earn the trust of the group, like without question. There's a word that I'm trying to find for that, but basically that they will consider him basically a brother. Once if he puts up with the crap and he still does good, he's completely earned their trust, basically. And that's what a lot of people kind of have to do throughout life. You know, they've been shunned and whatnot, but if they continue to be good, decent human beings and they push through the crap, they will start earning people's respect. And that kind of respect is very hard to come by. And if you can show that, you will get, I can't really form the words correctly, but you will get loyalty from people. It's like he put up with all our crap and he's still a good human being, even though we've been terrible to him. And at that point, you've gained the trust of those people. It's not fair that they have to do that, but it's kind of like a rite of passage in a sense, you know. So Jonathan Black, District Attorney. So I don't know if she went to Washington D.C. here. It looks like he got arrested. I am kind of curious about what his story is. I mean, again, I know it's not. I don't typically like this type of movies, but because it is quite an interesting concept and the potentiality of it being quite true. Oh, okay, there he is. Okay, what in the world? Why did that guy come out and shoot? I thought maybe he might have got shot by accident or something.
My name is Khan.
And the sad truth is the fact that it sucks that a literal terrorist could come up there and say, you know, my name is this. I'm not a terrorist. Why would a terrorist come up there and say I am a terrorist? You know, obviously, in order for him to be successful at doing whatever he has to do, he has to lie, and that makes bad people make things harder for good people. That's all I have to say really on that. And it sucks that we have to be extra careful about everything. It's not right, but that is kind of the way life is, and we have to make sure that we don't make things worse because of these bad people. You know, we cannot mistreat people because of these bad people. It sucks. I repeat myself too many freaking times in this entire trailer. Again, it was all due to the fact that I did read a little bit of the thing about this movie and the idea that I'm getting from this. Okay, I need to stop talking. I'm gonna be rambling on forever. All right, so based on this trailer alone, what would I rate this trailer? How does it make me want to watch the movie? Man, I want to rate it higher than 3.5, but not quite a 4, like a 3.8, but I don't want that. So I will go ahead and round up to 4. It is very interesting. I do want to see how this story plays out. And while it may not be true, there is a potentiality of it actually being true. Maybe a composite story of many different people along the same lines experiencing these things. Maybe not one person that has experienced all of it, but different things. Now, obviously, I don't think anyone really went up to the president wanted to go talk to him, and it is kind of weird that he wanted to go talk to the president. I don't know if you can just get an audience from the president. Honestly, it's quite hard. I mean, like, if you wanted to go talk to the president, I mean, there's probably lots of people out there who wants to do this. He just can't make time for one individual person. So yeah, you can't just, I mean, as much as like it's nice to say, hey, I want to go talk to the president, you can go chat with them, there's a lot of people who probably want to do that, and if he's to do that for every individual person, then he's not going to get anything done, and it sucks, but it makes sense why, you know. All right. So what about you guys? What would you rate this movie? Would you give it a 5, a must watch, a 4, a will watch, a 3, a may watch, a 2, a may not watch, or a 1, won't watch? Will, must watch, will watch, may not watch, won't watch. Let me know in the comments below and explain your reasoning why. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.